It is possible that millions of acres of corn-growing land across the United States could be lost. How come? Mainly due to the fact that millions of invading wild hogs are consuming everything that comes in their way. Nothing, from seeds that have just been planted to crops that are fully developed, is safe. On the other hand, how can farmers defend themselves against these unrelenting and destructive invaders? This film examines the actual catastrophe that is occurring in the farmland of the United States of America, as well as the measures that are being taken to safeguard the core of the agricultural sector in the United States. Also, if you think this is an important topic, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can support more stuff like this. In the state of Texas, which is one of the largest producers of corn in the United States, the presence of feral hogs has become a significant agricultural problem. As of the year 2024, the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, reported that the state of Texas has around 10.70 million acres designated for cornfields. A staggering 1.50 million acres, which accounts for around 14% of the total, were either badly damaged or completely destroyed as a result of wild hog activities. These animals are responsible for destroying entire fields, uprooting corn plants, and eating seeds that have just been established. It is a scary mess that they leave behind, with the soil being broken up, hoof prints, and fur being flung everywhere. The most severe effects are being felt in the central part of Texas, which is where the wild boar population is the biggest. According to the Texas Farmers Association, the amount of damage caused by feral hogs to the agriculture business has reached an anticipated $700 million in the year 2024 alone. The practice of hunting throughout the day has emerged as a crucial strategy for farmers and local hunters in the state of Texas, in their efforts to combat the destruction. Individuals who are authorized to hunt are allowed access to cornfields during daytime hours. These individuals are able to utilize rifles, scopes, and other hunting instruments in order to hunt wild boars. Due to the open visibility and rural environment, this form of population control is the most prevalent, and it is also the most feasible. 680 pounds was the weight of one of the wild boars that was hunted during the day in the year 2024. Taking into consideration the current costs of wild boar meat in Texas, the value of that single animal was almost $3,500. It is believed that day hunting alone has resulted in the capture of 100,000 wild pigs per year over grain fields in the state of Texas. In spite of the fact that it does not completely eradicate the issue, it is an essential line of defense that assists in protecting crops and containing damage. Even though daytime hunts are beneficial, wild boars are primarily nocturnal, which means that they consume the majority of their food and cause the greatest damage throughout the night. In order to match their behavior, a game-changing solution has evolved in the form of night hunting with the use of drones. For hunters, the ability to identify wild boars roaming through cornfields, even when it is completely dark, is made possible by drones that are equipped with infrared cameras. After the animals have been located, high-intensity torches are utilized to illuminate the target areas, which provides hunters with an exact and real-time picture of the movements of the individuals. In recent years, night hunting has become even more effective than daytime hunting, thanks to the development of more precise equipment. When hunters are able to cover greater land, they are able to catch animals off guard more frequently. In point of fact, the wild boar that was ever caught at night in Texas weighed an astounding 800 pounds, which, according to the costs of meat in the area, is believed to be worth almost $4, 0-inch value. The use of drones has provided landowners with the ability to have eyes in the sky, so transforming the cover of darkness into a major advantage for hunting. Not only is aerial hunting possible in regions with high visibility, such as fields that have recently been harvested, or places that are being prepared for the season, but it also becomes highly effective in these areas. When viewed from above, wild boars are simpler to spot because there are no trees to obscure the view. For this reason, aircraft such as airplanes and helicopters are utilized. When compared to single-engine helicopters, twin-engine helicopters are the most prevalent, since they are able to transport a greater number of hunters and a greater quantity of equipment. Single-engine helicopters, on the other hand, are preferred due to their agility when it comes to maneuvering through locations that are difficult to access and narrow. A typical hunt begins with flying high to search for hog movement. This helps to reduce the amount of noise that is emitted into residential areas. After locating the targets, the pilot will fly the helicopter down to a low and steady position, which will enable the hunters to concentrate and hit with precision. It is especially helpful in isolated rural regions since helicopter hunting covers greater areas more quickly, decreases the direct risk that hunters face, and is more efficient overall. In spite of this, there are certain downsides. There is a considerable expense associated with helicopters and helipads, and the noise and fuel fumes that they produce can be detrimental to both the wildlife and the communities that are located nearby. This is a price that many farmers are willing to pay in order to save millions of dollars in crop production. So, if wild boars are primarily found in rural areas, what is the reason for their appearance in urban areas and residential areas? In many cases, it begins on a modest scale. A wild boar is spotted by someone close to the edge of the woodland. It is possible that they will throw some food at it, and then a pattern will start to emerge. The boar is a clever and opportunistic animal. The moment they make the connection between human spaces and food, they come back again and again. People in certain towns have even begun to purposefully feed wild boars by providing them with milk, leftovers, or even allowing them to rest inside their homes. Something like this is exceedingly risky. The behavior of wild boars is uncertain. It may appear that they are subdued, yet their instincts are still quite savage. In a matter of seconds, they can become hostile if they do not feel threatened, if they are hungry, or if they smell food. On top of that, their odor is attractive to other people. There are several species of boar that roam in herds, and if one is in the vicinity, many may follow. Whatever begins as a cute meeting has the potential to swiftly turn into a safety problem, particularly for children, pets, and neighbors who are unaware of the relationship. It is important to take preventative measures at home if you reside in an area where wild boars are on the loose. First and foremost, under no circumstances should you ever feed wild boars. Despite the fact that it may appear to be innocent or even sympathetic, it actually fosters risky behavior. The act of feeding them is prohibited in several locations. First, make sure your property is secure. One individual in a suburban area of Texas observed wild boars circling about his backyard. Immediately, he took action and constructed a straightforward wooden fence all the way around his house. It was successful. In addition to preventing the boars from escaping, it also provided protection from other creatures. There are many benefits associated with wooden fencing. In contrast to metal or plastic, they are more environmentally friendly. They are inexpensive, simple to construct, and blend well with the surrounding environment. They are simple to fix and maintain, which results in time and financial savings. In addition to fence, having a family dog can also be of use. Dogs have the ability to detect intruders long before you do, and they are also very loyal. They will frequently respond by barking or driving away wild boars, which will provide you critical time to respond or call for assistance. Dogs are more than just pets. They sometimes serve as the first line of defense and are considered to be a member of the family. When it comes to wild boars, taking personal responsibility is just the introduction to the problem. To effectively manage the problem, we require participation from the entire community. It is imperative that you immediately notify the local authorities if you come across a wild boar in your vicinity. In one instance, a huge boar took over a sandbox that was located in a public park. The residents were filled with fear. They got in touch with the authorities, and within a few minutes, cops arrived and removed the animal in a secure manner. The importance of a prompt and well-coordinated response is demonstrated by this particular case. The people, the farmers, and the local governments all have a part to play in ensuring the safety of their communities. Nevertheless, prevention is not limited to hunting or erecting fences. The correct management of garbage is another requirement. Refrain from leaving rubbish outside in public areas. Boars are drawn to it like a magnet, and it should never be discovered wandering alone in places where wild boars are known to be found. A portion of the increase in wild boar populations in Texas and other states can be attributed to the behaviors of humans. Our environment has gotten more secure as a result of our increased awareness and proactiveness. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below if you are aware of any further techniques to protect against harm caused by wild boars. Our farms, homes, and neighborhoods may all be protected with the support of our combined efforts. In addition, if you found this video to be helpful in gaining a better understanding of the matter, please click the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel in order to support the creation of other content similar to this one.